This just in, Jets lose in London. Here's head coach Robert Saleh.
I'll credit Minnesota. They do a lot of different things. The interception, obviously, that was returned for a touchdown, kind of made it obviously a lot worse. But felt like from that point on, I felt like our offense kind of got its feet underneath it and started moving the ball pretty well. But obviously, putting ourselves in that hole wasn't good enough.
Robert, what was the thought process behind going for a fourth down in the second quarter?
4th and 1. Feel like we got to be able to get those. We weren't moving the ball very well. We were down there trying to be aggressive to see if we can go get 7.
How would you assess Aaron's performance?
Obviously up and down. The biggest thing that we've got to be able to do, the biggest thing that we talked about going into this game was playing clean ball, and Minnesota had been feasting on pick sixes and putting their offense in position to get easy layups, and unfortunately that pick six was a big difference in the game.
He was hit 11 times. You guys have to do a better job.
Yeah, Minnesota has an exotic pressure system, and a couple of those losses were in one-on-one situations that we got to be better on. But obviously we're always going to do our best to protect the quarterback.
Coach, obviously a disappointing result, but you think there are a lot of positives to take?
You're always going to find silver linings. I'm not ready to talk about them now, but I do appreciate that our guys continue to battle and they fought. Gave ourselves a chance. We're right there with a chance to go score a touchdown at the end of the game to go win it, and unfortunately it didn't happen for us.
Second week in a row, Breece Hall was accused of not being able to get anything going. What are some of these struggles at the end of the game?
Yeah, those are things we got to continue to work on. The run game's clearly not good enough. Felt like coming out of training camp it was going to be a strength for us, and it obviously hasn't been that way.
Did the score just take you out of the running game? I think it was 14 carries.
Well, their pressure system, they're pretty aggressive up front and in the box, but towards the end we're down 2 scores going into that 4th quarter. It was time to step on it.
Was Aaron close to not returning?
No, he got up. When he got up, he said he was fine.
With I think Aaron had like 22 targets or something like that. Was that a function of what they were doing, or was there a concerted effort to try to do?
We go into every game trying to get Garrett the ball. He's our number 1 receiver, and every play is designed for him to be number 1 in progression. Felt like we just had more opportunities today to get it to him.
How did you feel about defense? Is Sauce okay?
Yeah, Sauce is fine. I thought defense was outstanding today. We chalk it up 13 points. I know they allowed 13 points to 7 on the pick 6, and then the 3 off of the field position that gave it to them, basically in field goal range. But overall, I thought they battled, kept answering the bell. A couple of plays that I think they all want back, with regards to a couple of opportunities to get a couple more takeaways, especially in the pass game. But overall, it was a good game from the defense.
A couple more. What was your opinion on the penalties called on Sauce?
There was one on DJ that I thought was a legit penalty, but it was probably more illegal contact or holding, not a DPI. But the rest of them, I don't understand. I'm going to need clarification from the NFL officiating team.
When did the Carter injury happen?
It actually happened in pregame.
Oh, good. Thanks, everyone. Aaron will be in here once he's dressed. The room's open.
There was Robert Saleh talking about his team's performance in a loss to the Vikings in London. Aaron Rodgers, most interceptions thrown in a game in his career. That's tied for most. It was on a day where he eclipsed 60,000 for his career, but he's also now gone 27 straight games without a 300-yard passing game. In this one, he threw it 54 times.